welcome to Grave Confessions, where the truth never stays buried. My name is Brooke,
My name is Savannah.
and thank you for listening with us today. We're going to talk a little bit today about a specially requested case that came to me from my wonderful aunt. This is a local case. My aunt is a big supporter of mine.
Love that.
Love her. Love you, Aunt Dawn. And last time she came to visit, this was all she could talk about and all my family could talk about. So, little backstory about this. My dad has a big birthday party every year.
Okay.
And last year, for his birthday, he calls it Joe-toberfest. His name's Joe,
That's so cute.
and his birthday's in October
October what?
11th.
I'm 17th.
So, he has Joe-toberfest every year
That's amazing.
since he turned 50. Well, this year, my aunt made it out for Joe-toberfest, and she was talking to me about cases, and she's like, you need to do this one. And then it just like a group of us just sat around the fire talking about murders that have happened locally. And this was one that came up quite a bit. There was 3 of them that came out quite a bit, but this was one of them. And love it when my family just sits around and talks about murder. So we're going to talk about this one that took place in Strasburg, Dover area.
Okay.
Do you know where that's at?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm directionally impaired, so like down there I know where everything's at, but when you come up here,
Yeah.
I'm lost. I
Yeah.
don't know where anything is.
Past your house, I don't know where, but if I'm going the other direction, like if I come out on whatever that weird S road is and go that way, take a right,
Uh-huh.
I'm good. I know where everything is over there, and I'm going towards Canton. But then the other way, no idea.
Yeah.
Not
I'm directionally impaired. Don't tell me northwest, east or don't give me road numbers either. I know road names, but Ryan likes to be like, you need to take so and so road, and he gives me the number of the road, and I'm like, the fuck is that?
That's how my fiance is the same way, telling me anywhere to go. You need to get on 480 and go here and go there. And I'm like, I'm just going to do what the GPS tells me to do.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to go down to the Dover Strasburg area for this case. And this is about Doyle Ray Chumney and his wife, Lillian May Chumney.
Okay.
And Doyle Ray Chumney was born on August 11th of 1926 in Dover, Ohio, to parents Reader Ray and Lena Olga Chumney, which I love that name.
Chumney.
No, Olga.
Olga? Makes me think of Hey Arnold, Helga's sister.
You never hear that name.
No.
But Olga is a great name. And if I have a daughter,
No.
I can't have any more kids, so we're safe. Poor Olga. So he served in the United States Army and was honorably discharged and worked as a milkman for Goshen Dairy for 33 years. And on June 16th, 1956, he married Lillian May Hodges. Lillian Hodges was born on March 12th, 1935 in Wadsworth, Ohio, to parents William Thomas and Florence Hodges. And she was then adopted by Harry and Minnie Goodman. But I don't know anything else about like her adoption and anything like that. Together, the two had 4 children and 6 grandchildren. I can't read my own typing. It was a big family. And the two then lived in Strasburg, Ohio, where they enjoyed going to the Tuscarawas County Senior Center every day for lunch. Before leaving, they would take 2 meals to go to have for dinner that night. So they would eat lunch there, and then they would take it to go, and hey, no dishes.
No dishes. None.
They're living the life.
Love it. I would do the same thing.
The two would often then attend monthly dances held by the senior center, and they were described as very good dancers.
Stop.
Yeah. They're so cute.
So cute. It's always the cute ones.
Neighbors said about Doyle that he wouldn't kill a fly if he knew it had babies. They had lots of friends and was said to help anyone. On Tuesday, January 20th, 2015, Doyle and Lillian spoke to their daughter over the phone around 11:15 p.m., and at that point in time, everything was fine. The next morning, on Wednesday, January 21st, 2015, the two were expected to pick up their son around 10:30 a.m. and take him to the airport, but unfortunately, they never showed up. When they did not show up, their daughter called them, but there was no answer. She went to their home to check on them, and at 11:24 a.m., she called 911 and reported that 88-year-old Doyle Chumney and 79-year-old Lillian Chumney were missing and that their home in a Strasburg living community had been ransacked. The door to the home was left half open, the safe in the home was open, and the couple's cream-colored 1986 Pontiac car was gone. Within an hour of the couple being reported missing, police began contacting local hospitals to see if the Chumneys had checked into any of them. By 12:30 a.m., a missing and endangered adult alert had been issued for the couple, and both had been entered into LEADS, Law Enforcement Automated Data System. Police were also alerted to footprints coming from the Chumneys' home that headed to a neighbor's home. The footprints led around the neighbor's home and her vehicle, but nothing came from it. And I couldn't figure out if it was like if the footprints started at the neighbor's car and then led to the Chumneys' house, or if it's like they left the Chumneys' house and then went
around the neighbor.
Yeah.
They just never checked into that, looked into it.
They looked into it, but nothing, they couldn't find anything from it. I just wish I knew which way the tracks were.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think it really matters. I don't think it helps anything.
We got him.
By 6:12 that afternoon, another tip came forward stating that Doyle Chumney was seen the Monday before he went missing on January 19th, 2015 at a local Aldi in a green Honda van and he seemed to be confused. The caller had stated that the license plate of the van had matched the plate belonging to the Chumney's car. Police began looking into the lead on the green van. A new tip came forward stating that the Chumney's car was seen going north on I-77 towards Canton, driving recklessly around 7:30 a.m., but this lead ended up being an inaccurate lead and was not the Chumney's car. But who the hell is driving erratically?
Trash.
77. Everybody.
Everybody. Should have seen it on my way here.
It's just everybody.
Everybody.
Was I driving at that time? 2015? Yeah, I was.
How old was I in 2015? 22? 22, 23?
2015, I would have been, let's see, 2013 is when I had my first kid. That was 20. So I would have been 23.
Yeah, 23.
About 23.
I was 22, 23, stationed in North Carolina.
I was
living my best life.
Kids.
I just had my little one too.
Well, so yeah, nothing came from that lead. We just have people driving recklessly on 77. That's normal, especially around the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Horrible.
That's normal.
Hate 77. Hate Ohio, honestly. It's fine.
The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation began working on all possible leads to help find Doyle and Lillian Chumney, hopefully alive. The next morning, Tuesday, January 22nd, around 12 p.m., police were called to the scene of a burned vehicle on a gravel road outside Bakersville near State Route 751, which was reported by a passing motorist nearly 20 miles from the Chumneys' home. And what was inside the car was a gruesome scene. Inside the vehicle were the badly burned remains of two people, and due to the degree of the burns, police had to wait for identification from DNA and dental records. It was determined to be the remains of Doyle and Lillian Chumney by that night, but the cause of death and the cause of the fire were not yet determined. The death of the Chumney couple was officially ruled a homicide. Friday, January 23rd, the then Attorney General, Mike DeWine, formed a multi-jurisdictional task force to investigate the double homicide. This included Attorney General Bureau of Criminal Investigation, or BCI, Coshocton County Sheriff's Office, Strasburg Police Department, Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, Coshocton County and Tuscarawas County Prosecutor's Office, and the Coshocton County Coroner's Office, who performed the autopsy on the Chumneys' remains. A statement was released this same day by the Attorney General's Office, announcing the use of multi-jurisdictional task force and requested anyone that had information to come forward. Nearly a week after the murder of the Chumneys, no arrest had been made, but a new press release was given by the multi-jurisdictional task force. They were seeking to identify a man that was pictured who they believed may have had information regarding the case. And it was a man pictured by a van at a gas station that they believed was linked to the case somehow.
What made them think it was linked to the case?
I'm not sure.
They never said.
I'm assuming because it came out from after somebody seeking information, I think somebody might have known or spotted them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the van was a green van.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that did tie into linking the case. That same night, an arrest was made of one of the two suspects in the murder of Doyle and Lillian. And this was 21-year-old Jeffrey Stewart from New Philadelphia, Ohio, who was arrested and charged for their murder. He was identified after a press release of surveillance photographs of him that morning. After his arrest, he implicated Robert Clark. A warrant for the arrest of 29-year-old Robert Clark from Denison, Ohio, was issued. Clark, however, could not be located and was considered armed and dangerous. On February 2nd, a judge set bond for Stewart at $2 million. And if we know anything about Tuscarawas County, $2 million does not come around very easily.
No, well, I don't know too much about Tuscarawas.
Yeah, we don't have $2 million. Tuesday, February 3rd, a $20,000 reward was issued for any information leading to the arrest of Robert Roy Clark. Clark was believed to be traveling with 2 others after surveillance footage showed him at a gas station in Kanawha County, West Virginia. So he's fleeing.
Running.
He's on the run.
Gone like a freight train.
Gone like yesterday.
Gone like a soldier in a civil war.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
I got you. He was seen in footage robbing stores in West Virginia, Georgia, and South Carolina. A federal warrant for Clark was issued for unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, as well as felony warrants issued in West Virginia, all of Clark and the 2 others that he was traveling with. Thursday, February 5th, an attempt at a traffic stop was made when a vehicle exited into the interstate after a high-speed chase in Kingman, Arizona, and became disabled in the desert, which led to a foot chase.
We were here, and then we were in West Virginia, and North Carolina,
Georgia.
and now we're in Arizona.
We running.
This man is going.
Like Forrest Gump. He just running.
Running. He's gone. That is fascinating.
Robert Clark was arrested, as well as one of the other people that he was traveling with, at around 1:55 a.m. The third suspect was then captured around 10 a.m. after fleeing the scene. The reward, however, was not claimed. I could have used that $20,000.
Shit. The things I could put
Dude.
gas in my car,
Yeah,
just a little bit,
just a smidge.
just a drop.
Brian filled my car up today, and it was ridiculous.
Oh my God, I have to fill
You'd just
mine
be
up.
like, "Bloop, we're done?
I gotta fill mine up on the way home, and I'm like,
I don't wanna."
I'm gonna take Brett's Bell Buddy rewards, and he'll find out when he watches this that I used his Bell Buddy rewards.
Oh, I use Ryan's all the time and don't tell him. I let him find out.
He'll notice, but he's off work for the next 2 days, so he's not gonna
He don't need it.
like vamp him up anymore.
The reward was never claimed, and the 3 suspects were believed to be heading to Jacksonville, Florida. Which what are you gonna do in Jacksonville?
How are these people going?
I don't know.
I barely have time to go to work.
It was discovered that Clark had met Stewart through their work for a landscaping company, and that Clark had begun working for this company after his release from prison the previous May after serving 4.5 years for previous robbery charges. He just doesn't like to earn his own money. He likes to take everybody else's. The motive for the murders of Doyle and Lillian was established to be robbery. That the 2, Clark and Stewart, believed that the Chumneys had money, and when they didn't find much in the home. What was that?
My ring
I don't know where it went. We got this.
flung right off my finger. It was nervous.
Stewart and Clark believed that the Chumneys had money, but when they didn't find much in the home, they took other items which were seized by police after the arrest.
So these are just randos.
Yeah.
It was just a random slaying of these 2 sweet senior citizen eating.
Who loved
dancing.
dancing. They were so cute, too. They were the cutest little couple
And
ever.
they sound like the cutest little couple. I bet they had a little like Maltese dog.
Honestly, they look so familiar
Really?
to me, and I can't place where, like, maybe I'd seen.
The grocery store or something?
Yeah.
In
Because
passing?
I have no idea. Because my family, I'm from the Bolivar area.
Mm-hmm.
My dad grew up in Strasburg.
Okay.
They kind of commingled quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, like, they were from that area, I probably had seen them. We went to Strasburg all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I probably had seen them somewhere. But, like, I have a feeling it's more of, like, I probably saw this, like, when it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And now the picture's just, like,
In your head.
yeah, that's where I recognize them from. I'm hoping that I didn't actually know them.
Makes it worse. The random slay. I don't know what's worse. The random slayings of just sweet, nice, innocent people in the. I mean, you can't even say wrong place, wrong time is their house.
Yeah.
They were at home, but or like the premeditated. It was the son. It was the husband. It was the wife. It was the mistress. You know.
It's all bad.
Yeah,
It's just all bad.
it's all bad. I don't know, but this one just like really makes me sad.
Yeah.
It really makes me.
They were the cutest little couple.
They're just.
I don't think they had a dog, though.
I think it's the fact that they go to the senior citizen dance. And it just makes it so.
And they weren't like the typical old people because they were talking to their daughter like way late at night.
Yeah.
So like they were
They're
partiers. They
up.
were up.
They're ready to go.
Well,
He starts his day with a Pabst Blue Ribbon.
the coroner's report stated that both Doyle and Lillian had been shot. Doyle had been shot 3 times and Lillian once, and it was not determined if the cause of death was the gunshot wound or the fire due to the state of the remains. Although Stewart did say at one point during his interrogation that he knew that Doyle was dead before the car was set on fire, but he could not say whether or not Lillian was. The 2 men were indicted by a grand jury on March 9th, 2015, by the Coshocton County Grand Jury. Robert Clark faced the death penalty and Jeffrey Stewart did not. Both men pled not guilty. August 8th, 2015, Clark then pled guilty to 2 counts of aggravated murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, 1 count of aggravated burglary, aggravated robbery, and aggravated arson. With the plea deal, any remaining charges, specifications, and death penalty were dismissed. And any remaining charges, I think, were like for him running. Clark was immediately sentenced to life in prison without parole. With his plea deal, he confessed to the murders of the Chumneys, stating that they robbed the home, and that Stewart bound the Chumneys with duct tape and rope. They then placed them in the car and drove them to a remote location where Clark shot Doyle 3 times and Lillian once, then set the car on fire to cover their tracks.
All for money?
All for money. Clark was then sentenced to 2 life terms and then another 11 years on all other charges that were, so he didn't get like the charges from the state of Ohio for running, but he still had those federal charges.
Yeah.
So he had an 11 years tacked on to his 2 life sentences for that. February 2016, Jeffrey Stewart was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole until he served at least 50 years. He has 2 life terms for 2 aggravated murder charges for his part in the murder of the Chumneys. He has to serve at least 25 years each for each of the murder charges before he is eligible for parole, which is where the 50 years comes from. He was scheduled to go on trial in March, but in what was scheduled to be his pretrial hearing, but then he changed his plea to guilty. So he is serving his time. In 50 years from 2016, that'll be what, 2066?
So we're at 10 years now.
Yep.
He's got 40 years to go.
I don't remember how old he was. 21?
I was just about to ask.
He'd be like 70 something at that point in time. He's only 31?
Ew, it's my age. Well, I'm 32.
I'm 33. He's younger than me? I don't like thinking of like anybody that commits any kind of murder being younger than me. No, they all gotta be old.
They also did it 10 years ago. So they were 20, 21.
Well, he was, yeah. And that was, I think, a year. Yeah.
So 2016.
A year after. So he was 20 when he committed the murder. So he was still younger than me.
Yeah.
If he's younger than me now, but he's not allowed to be younger than me.
Do that. Sorry.
The other guy, Robert, he was 29. So he was older than me. That's fine. That makes sense. They all have to be older than me.
Is there any like information on how they were well, obviously they were like little partners, but like how did they come to be?
They worked together for the same landscaping company. That's how they met. Now, how they came up to like
decide to do this.
Yeah, that I don't understand how people meet other people that are like, let's do this shit.
You know what? I wonder the same thing.
Like,
how about we go murder this person? Yeah. And it happens.
More times than you would like to like ever think that it actually happens.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that they weren't like planning to murder them, but like if I ask you, hey, do you want to go rob somebody? I don't think you're going to be down to like go do that. So to find somebody else that's like, you want to go rob somebody? Hell yeah, sounds like a good Friday night.
Feel that out with someone. How do you just, you know?
Or then you get the other people that like Joe, they say, oh, I'm going to kill this person or I'm going to do like this terrible thing. And like somebody's like, I thought they were joking.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. I thought they were kidding.
I'm sorry, but if somebody like aggressively tells me that they want to like stab somebody.
You watched them. You went to Walmart with them and bought all the stuff. You gave them the tarp.
I also want to know what runs through like Clerk's head. Well, now we got self-checkout, but
Yeah, someone's watching it. Someone's watching it.
when somebody comes up and they're like buying, you hear stories of them like saying they went to Walmart or the hardware store and they bought like zip ties and rope
Bleach
and
and-
bleach and ammonia and like all this stuff. And you're like, at what point did the clerk not be like, do I need to call the police?
He must be just a hunter or something.
Just the hunter.
Hunting. What they call it in what do they call it in Hunting Adeline, where they hunted the girls?
I haven't read that. And I've been looking at it so many times. I'm like, should I read this?
Did I the cunniling?
I don't know if I'm going to read it because I've heard mixed reviews about it. And I heard that like it's a dark romance. And I don't think I'm at that point yet.
I know there's darker, but I loved it.
I meant like lights out dark romance, not like, have you read The Ritual?
No, I haven't. I just bought it.
Yeah, I couldn't get through that one. That one's like, I'm like, that's a little much.
Really? I mean, the first one, like Haunting, is not so bad, in my opinion. I loved it. I was like, this is good. Great. The second one is a lot darker just because it goes so much into like the sex trade and the sex trafficking and everything that happens to Adeline in it. So like if you can kind of get through that, trigger warnings big
Yeah.
time with that one. The first one, not in that sense.
Yeah.
So, if you're able to kind of get through it, it's a good read. The storyline is great. I loved it. And then she's got 2 spinoffs on both of them too.
Nice.
So,
I love books.
I'm a little bookworm. I got a whole stack of. But
I
yeah,
have
give them a shot. They're not bad.
I got a book counter upstairs and I casually take pictures of it and send it to my best friend. I'm at 15 now and she's been reading the same one since the beginning of the year. It's just like, how do you do this?
I'm just getting ready to. I just finished Hunting. So Haunting is first and then Hunting. And now I want to read Where's Molly? Because like you see a little bit of Molly in Hunting. You don't a little bit, like it touches on it. So Where's Molly is like the spinoff or the story of her. So I'm getting
maybe it's kind of the same thing as like people they meet other people. I feel like they just attract the same kind of people. So like you get all the book talk girlies and they just kind of gradually attract to each other like gravity.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the same kind of concept that like
it's an aura.
The murderers attract other murderers and they just casually gang up and then they end up in prison all together and it's just like this happy little murdering book club.
Which I guess is still so weird. And yes, love that point. That is an amazing point. Because you can vibe with people that have the same, like the book talk. You can vibe about it, but like I don't know. It was weird.
But I've always questioned, like, does that, like, if you're a dark romance reader
Yes.
or like a smut reader,
yes,
what does that say about you mentally?
What? I don't know.
One, the person that has to write it, and then the people that read it
and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you I do.
Are we okay?
No, okay. I can tell you we're not. No. We're doing our best. Because if you do decide to read Haunting, there is one scene, and I want you to text me when you read it.
There's always the one scene. One scene.
But the pew-pew.
I think I know what scene you're talking about. Like, I haven't read it, but I've seen, like, people doing reactions on TikTok of, like, book clubs, and then one person's already read it, and one person comes up on it, and they're like, oh my God.
It's my favorite thing. I'm obsessed with it.
I'm a little scared.
Love a good smut. Love a smut.
I love a smut, too. I'm a smut slut. So that was Doyle and Lillian Chumney, and then our small review of books.
A little tangent.
So if you're a book talk person, then if you're a smut slut like us,
yeah, leave in the comments. Let us know.
Let us know.
And let me know if you've read Haunting, what you thought about the scene. She hasn't read it yet. So
The scene.
Can't spoil it. So just give like a little reaction.
Or just some recommendations. I need some new books. I'm almost finished with the series that I'm reading, so I need more.
I have 3 in my lineup right now, so I don't need a recommendation yet, but I will come back to this and get the recommendation.
There's a girl I work with that, I mean, if you listen, you know who you are. Hey, girl. But she has given me multiple recommendations, one being Quicksilver.
Okay.
Which, before she had recommended that to me, she I had already started reading it.
Mhm.
And I stopped at like the first chapter. I'm like, girl, I can't get into it. It's just not for me.
Slow burn.
And then she's like, you got to give it a chance. Give it a chance. You got to let it, like, you got to get past that hump. I'm like, all right, fine. But I got it on Audible because I'm like, if I have to like sit there and physically read this, I'm not going to get past that hump.
Yeah.
So I got it on Audible and then I started listening to it and I'm like, damn it.
Is it good?
It is good. And then I listened to it and I started Brimstone and she goes, so what do you think? And I'm like, oh, I'm on Brimstone now. And she goes, I thought you didn't like it.
We're going to talk about that.
Then she just had me start another series and it's Bow Before the Elf Queen.
Don't know that one.
And same thing. I'm like, girl, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I can't get into it. One, I was like, this girl is so annoying. Not the girl that at work, but like the
girl in the book.
The girl in the book.
Yeah.
Originally, I'm like, girl, you are annoying. But then I kept listening to it. No, I'm on book 4. And she goes, what? You didn't like it.
I'm just going to stop telling you.
But we talk about it while we're at work. And
Yeah.
like, especially if like I'm listening to it, like we'll both be listening to books. And then I'll be like, what? And she just smile at me. She's like, where you at? Where you at?
I also just bought The Housemaid.
I read it.
Did you read it?
I read it.
I saw a reaction because I know they just made the movie too, but I just bought the book because the book's always better,
The book is better, but they did a good job with it.
Did they, the movie?
Yeah.
I haven't watched the movie yet. I want to read the book first and then watch the movie.
Yeah.
Because I know there's some type of plot twist in it. And I see these girls on TikTok with their little book club and they're reading it and she's reading it and she's just like slams it down. And I'm like,
the plot twist is twisting.
Maybe I'll read that one.
It is. Yeah, it is good. Second one, I will say not as good as the first one.
Oh, there's a part 2.
It's not a part 2. It's just, it's the same girl as in the first book.
Okay.
But I did not like it.
Really?
As much as the first one.
Okay. What's that one called?
Housemaid Secrets, I think. I want to say Secrets. I think there's a third one too, but I was after the second one, I'm like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Should have stopped at 1.
It's like 50 Shades. Second and third ones were not that great.
Yeah, movies?
Movies and books.
Movies, I thought the third one was better than the first one.
Really?
I liked the action-y, it wasn't just all sex.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was actually like a story behind it. Whereas like the first ones, the first books, I'm like, okay, we is there a story here or are we just having sex?
I think 50 Shades was, it was my first. Is it a smut? It was my first smut.
I think it was mine too.
Dark romance.
It took my smut virginity.
Yeah, red romance. I don't know what you would call it because it's very mild compared to what we have now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He flogged her? Okay.
Weird. Kind of lame. So.
All right. Well, yeah. So if you have any I'm going to say not just book recommendations, but if you have any case recommendations, any personal stories, send them to us at our Gmail account, which is graveconfessionspodcast@gmail.com. You can leave us a comment, send us a message, anything. We're on I think most social media Oh, no, I don't have an Instagram. There's no Instagram. We have Facebook, TikTok. Send us a message. Send us a DM. Slide into our DMs.
Please.
Send us any references.
Sprinkle a little smut in there too.
Yeah. If you have any book recommendations, some smut recommend. Ugh. Can I get that out there? You can send us those our way. And thank you for listening. This has been Grave Confessions.
99.